787.
787 departure frequency 15 will be 1257.
257, thanks.
I tend to forget how much I've been through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, growing up with a paralyzed mom, that being an athlete and a top athlete, my mom couldn't come watch me, you know, run track or play basketball. I remember one time, bro, playing basketball, and I had one of the best games of my life. We're playing against our rival, and I missed the last 2 free throws to win the game. And so I'm mad. I come home, and my mom had a wheelchair, and then back then they didn't have the wheelchair ramp, so
Sure.
she couldn't get into all the gyms, you know what I'm saying? And they couldn't afford to go to a lot of the games anyways. So I had to ride with my coach. My coach had to come get me and bring me home, and I come in the house, and my mom would always ask us, "How's your day?" And it's so funny because every day my kids come home, it's the first thing I ask, and not even knowing it, you know. And so I come home, and she goes, "Baby, how's your day?" I'm like, "I want to talk about it," and I go up in my room, and I slam the door. First of all, you don't slam a door in a black woman's house. I don't care if they're paralyzed or not.
Taken.
Yeah. And so she comes in there, and she's like, you know, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "We lost the game." She's like, "Well, how was the game? I don't want to talk about it." And she's like, "Well, it'll make you feel better. Let's talk about it." And I blow up. I'm like, "What does it matter to you? You don't understand. You don't come. You're just in this wheelchair. You don't come to the games. You don't come watch me. You don't come support me." And I'm like going off like it's her fault that she's paralyzed. And I'm like, you know, this and all that. We got to do this and all that. And I'm going off. And I'm like, "Why did that happen to you?" And my mom said something to help change my life. She said, "Why not me? Just as plain as day. Why not me?" I said, "You're paralyzed. You can't do nothing. Why do you have to go through that?" She goes, "Why not me?" She goes, "Who am I to be better than everybody else and nothing can happen to me?" She's like, "I'm going to be all right with this. I can handle this." And it was like, how do you respond to that?
You don't.
You know? And so it was just very humbling, you know what I mean? Just very, very humbling, man. And so living with people like that, so when I tell that story, you see people crying, and I'm like, yo, I didn't realize, but it was hard. It was hard growing up when your mom, you know, hey, good game. Hey, you just broke a record. And no family's there to support,
right.
you know, it's like
no one to share it with.
No one to share it with. And it's lonely, man. It's lonely, you know. I remember coming home and flicking the lights on and no electricity. You're just like, it's another day, you know, or you got roaches and you got things, you got food, you know, you're eating rice and commodity cheese and you're eating the same meal for a week, and you know, you got to go to bed and drink water, sugar water, because there's no food in the house and things like that. Like, you tend to forget about stuff like that as you get older, and you just work harder. And maybe that's one reason why I work so hard. I don't know, but my mom and my dad always said, don't let anybody feel sorry for you. I never forget one story. This guy bought me a pair of basketball shoes. The shoes that I had, I got hand-me-downs. Now, I'm the baby of 6. Now, keep this in mind, okay? I wear like a size 8. My sister wore a size 10, so I had to wear girl shoes.
Okay.
So they were plain girl shoes. Yeah. Everyone knew that. And so the coach, my coach decided, I'm going to buy TeeJay brand new pair of shoes. So he goes and buys me a pair of shoes, and I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? My dad worked on the weekends. He worked double shifts. Then he's also a musician, so he played in the bars and sung and stuff like that. Because of course he had to, you know. And so every now and then he would pop off and come to one of our games. But he would always say, "Dad don't have time to come watch you half tell it," but he didn't say tell.
Oh yeah.
You know, you know, if I come to watch you, need to be given 110%. If not, I'll just leave. Like I can go support the family. I never forget one game he came to, and he would come up in, he would sit at the top, and I would see people all would go over and they'd tell him how good of an athlete I was, or my brother, and all that. And I was playing the game. I guess the parents in front of him said something about the coach buying me shoes. Oh, you know. Yeah. And my dad was very thankful. You know, my dad was humble. If someone gave something, he would accept it. And I remember after the game, my dad said, "Come here." He said, "Take those shoes off." And I took the shoes off, and we go in the bathroom, and he started cleaning them. And I was like, "Oh, okay.
Thanks,
like,
Dad."
Thanks, Dad. You know. And we walked over, and he gave it back to the coach. He said, "Thank you. I appreciate it, but we're going to be okay." And we turned and we walked home. I walked home with no shoes on. Wow. My dad put me on his back, and we're walking. And at this time, I'm like, man, I'm like 10. Yeah. So I'm like kind of crying because I'm like, I finally got like a new pair of shoes. My other shoes had like holes in them, and we would put cardboard in them.
The girl shoes.
You know what I'm saying? And they were girl shoes. On top of that, they had holes in them. Yeah. And my dad taught me something. He said, if you ever do something for somebody, don't tell the world. He said, do it because you want to, not because you feel like you have to. If you feel like you have to do it, don't do it. If you feel like you need to do it for people to see it, don't do it. He said, you're going to be okay. We're going to be all right. And that's all he said. We walked home. And it was like, Didn't understand then.
Yeah, right.
But now
the
my
seed
man
was planted.
But the seed was planted. You know what I'm saying? So little things like that my parents taught me so much. Even through the roughness growing up, I was just taught so many different. Like my dad was saying, I would say, "Be quiet before I punch you." My dad would say, "Go punch him. You said you're going to do it. Go do it."
Right.
And it's like, really? No, you go over there and you pop him.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And my mom be like, "Raymond, no." But he would say, "No, he said he's going to do it.
Right.
He needs to do it."
Yeah.
You know?
That would teach you really quick to watch your mouth.
Very quick.
Because whatever you say you got to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, you know, and my dad passed away about 3-4 years ago. But a lot of things that he taught me still is instilled in me. And it's so funny because I'm telling my kids the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's different now. Like my kids are not, we were rough.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, my kids learn not to talk stuff early. So, you know, but my dad would just look at us and laugh and be like, "You're going to go get him, huh? I'm going to throw him down. We'll go over there and you're going to go till you throw him down."
Yep.
And get to a point where my brother will let me throw him down because he know I have to stay there till I do it, you know.
Jeez.
And so you just learn those things. But you got 6 kids that grew up in the hood with nothing and all of a sudden successful. It's a reason why those things have been planted. Don't feel sorry for yourself.
Yeah.
Work hard. My dad would come and wake us up in the morning sometime, Cold, and it'd be crazy. We'd be in there sleeping, and we had a 3-bedroom home, and we had 9 or 10 people at one time living in this home. So we had a set of bunk beds and a queen size bed, and then some of us sometimes slept on the floor. And my dad would come in there and wake the boys up, turn the light on. He would go to work at 4:30 in the morning, turn the light on. "Hey, wake up, get up," and we all jump up. What's going on? Where's dad going? You going to work? Why? Because real men work, take care of their family. Go back to bed. Love you guys.
Oh, wow.
And he would do that like once, twice, sometimes 3 times a month.
Yeah.
Hey, all the time. I would be in high school when my dad we were doing good. My dad had a good job. He went back to, you know, and he would come in there sometimes. "Hey, son. Hey, wake up." "What's up, Dad?" "Where dad going?" "I'm going to work." "Why?" "Because men work." "Okay. All right. Love you. Go back to sleep. Have a good day."
That is awesome.
You know?
Yeah.
And so now it's like, all I know is the work. All I know is hard work. All I know, because that's the seed that was planted in my head.
Yeah.
My mom never complaining.
Yeah.
Never complaining about the situation and circumstance she's in. She's never complaining.
Yeah.
Let's make good out of it. This is the hand that I was dealt.
Yeah.
So let's win a book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, why not me?
Why not? Yeah.
I've never, you've heard that in the opposite direction, like, I want to be the best basketball player in the world. Why not me?
Yep.
Why not? But the other direction?
Yep. Bro, blew my mind.
My God. That's unbelievably powerful, because that's not the first thought that we have.
Oh, no.
In a situation, specifically, I'm in a wheelchair, which is, for most people, or all people, it'd be devastating. That's a huge.
And not on. When I say wheelchair, her feet and her hands were drawn up like this. I mean, she couldn't move her hand. I mean, she had headaches. She had an aneurysm, so they had to go in and cut her scalp. So my mom was, and if you met her today, you would never know. Big smile on her face. People say, "You smile all the time." I'm like, if you knew the hell that I've been through and God brought me this far, and you wonder why I'm yelling God first all the time.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you about my life. Let me tell you about the bullets that came through. I've got hit with a buckshot 2 or 3 times. I had a dude come in and shoot a gun, a shotgun, and hit a chair that I walked off from 2-3 minutes before. I can tell you crazy story, man. I had a wreck coming back, Missouri Southern. I was coming back from Joplin. It was storming, and my Mustang went under a diesel. I was going like 80, 85, spent around, hit the embankment. Like, I closed my eyes and just yelled, "God, God, God." Woke up and like I had broke my ribs. That was it. And my car was like unbelievable.
Oh, man.
Like, I mean, and I could just so many different ways like that. That God just kept his hand and covered me.
Yeah.
And so when I go tell people, I just go share, like, "Hey, listen, I was a knucklehead.
Yeah.
I was disrespectful. I would lie. I would cheat. I would steal. I would say what people wanted to hear." That's why I'm not afraid to hurt your feelings when I'm being honest with you.
Right.
Because I've done the other way before, and it didn't work out right.
Exactly.
Share.